Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are doing a little checkup on some of our most favorite coins, some of my favorite coins, right, that I'm holding personally. We're going to talk about Compound, Mana, and Blel in this video here. We're going to talk about those three, yes. So looking at Compound, I'm going to pause the music, actually. There we go. Looking at it, we've had quite the sell-off. We are in our accumulation range, right? Accumulation phase here. This is a coin that I hold personally. It's one of my biggest bags. Not my biggest, that would be Bitcoin Cash, but it is one of my biggest bags. And it had a recent sell-off that was pretty major. This is one of the few coins in the market right now that I believe has found its low. BTC might drop lower. This might go down with it a little bit, but I don't believe we're going to go lower than that low. I think that was it. So any low from here, any downward movement will be minute in scale and value. Be a better opportunity to buy or DCA into. But I've loaded up my bags with Compound. I don't plan on buying more, but if I was, I'd probably wait until we were below this daily low here and then buy. So probably below $53, anywhere below there, that's where I would buy. We're at 56 now, so it's really not that far away. So if you want to pull the trigger, go for it, but just don't panic sell if we go lower. Expect it, because we probably will go lower. I just don't think we'll go lower than this low. And even then, even if we were to go below this low, which I very much doubt that we're going to, even if we were, we are still in this accumulation phase, right? This grand old accumulation phase, and it'll be okay. It'll be okay. When this does break to the upside, finally, for real, not a little fake out like we had last time, we will likely see prices up at like $230 or higher in a very short amount of time. Not in a short amount of time from now, but in a short amount of time from when we break above this 382 at about $100 there. So the next likely target to go to would be 235, 304, 427, 610, all of those. And once we break 610, it's on to the multiple thousands of dollars, right? These are numbers 2,400, 3,900, 8,200. Those are numbers that I expect to see by the end of this cycle. We are worth $56 now. 100xable coin, absolutely it is. But we're going to be boring. We're going to be boring, as we've basically been boring for a while now. Moments of excitement and then despair and just really boring. So I expect more of the same. Boring. We're coming to the end of this accumulation phase, but it could be months. It could be multiple months before we break out. So don't get your hopes tarnished and don't get them up either. Don't hold your breath. We're in this for the long haul after all. Some coins are boring throughout most of the bull cycle. And then at the end, they show up and they outperform everything. That happens every cycle. So Dogecoin did that last cycle. Mana did that. There's other coins that I'm just leaving out, but that's Compound. Let's talk about Blel now. Then we'll talk about Mana to finish this up. I feel like I might have said the order was Compound, Mana, and Blel, but we're switching it up on you here. So Blel on Binance, because it has more historical data. We're at 36 cents now. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need that. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Interesting. Okay. It's been boring for a while, right? We had a little bit of excitement. A lot of volume came in. On the Binance USDT chart, it shows more, but whatever, who cares? What I'm trying to say is we've been boring for a while. We could move down. It is possible. I want to say the same thing that I've addressed basically throughout this whole range, that prices below 20 cents, even below 18 cents, are on the table. As time has gone on, I've just believed that we're going to see that less and less and less. So with Blel, I want to say, yes, we've been boring. If we go down here, you guys, I'm selling my car and loading up. I'm going to sell my wife's car, my mom's car. I'm going to sell your car, and we're going to get in Blel together. And that's if this happens, okay? Not financial advice, more of a warning. I'm coming to your house and we're selling your car. But if it doesn't go down there, that's okay too. I'm personally not anticipating that. I'm accepting it as a possibility. Blel just doesn't seem to want to give its price action back at all. We're getting lower readings in the RSI while having higher lows come in. That's actually a bullish thing. So It could be any day now, any week now that Blel wants to run up. It is okay with running up independently of the rest of the market. It's okay with moving sideways while the rest of the market pumps. It kind of has been doing its own thing. So with that in mind, it could be boring for the next few months, as I anticipate most of the market will be. But it could also do its own thing any day now, any week now. You never know. It certainly has reset on the weekly RSI, and I think it looks primed for a move up. But also, being that this is a consolidation phase and it's rolled over a little bit, right, in structure, we could break out to the downside. And if we are fortunate enough to break below these prices here, below about, let's call it 28 cents, actually, probably like 28 cents. If we can break below there, then man, oh man, we're probably likely going to drop another 10 cents. We're going to go to that 18 cent or lower area, and that'll be one of the prime opportunities to buy in this whole crypto cycle, man. This would be awesome if we saw prices back below 20 cents. I don't think we'll get there. The main point of this segment is I just really want to say that Blel, regardless of what it does in the meantime, even if it does go down here, it is getting ready to see new all-time highs, okay? We're sitting at 3.6 cents right now. The all-time high is at 9.7 cents. And I would expect that by the end of this year, we could be at new all-time highs. By the end of this cycle, I'm sorry, hold on. We're at 36 cents, not 9.7 cents, my bad. 36 cents, 97 is the high. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay, just had to take care of my daughter there real quick. All I was trying to say is, regardless of what happens, Blel is on the brink of seeing new all-time highs. I think it could be by the end of this year, certainly by the end of this cycle, and where I think by the end of this cycle Blel is going to go, just to keep it fresh in our mind. If we take the all-time high to the all-time low, the minimum extension would be at $4. $25 potentially, and we even have the 1886 at $102. The market cap valuation checks out for that kind of price. Blel genuinely could see, we're at 36 cents right now. Blel genuinely could see prices above $100 by the end of this cycle. Okay, by the end of this year, we could be at $4. Like genuinely speaking, this coin could be at $4. It could pull that'd be just over a 10x from the current price, right? So not bad looks. It also, with what it's been doing, it could just move sideways, but I really do like this tight consolidation that we have. right between the 786 and the 886 maintained for months. I think this is actually really strong, and even if we were to drop back down to our golden ratio area, I think that would be a strong area to find a bounce as well. So regardless of what happens, we keep moving sideways, we move down and we move up. Regardless of what happens, I think BLZ's a good buy. I think that everything's fine right now. I'm personally not anticipating a move down. I just accept it as a possibility. And really, anytime I'd say as of right now, below about like 35.5 cents is probably a good area to start DCAing into, but it's at 36 cents now. That's not too far away. So at the moment, with the daily RSI looking the way it does, the price looking the way it does, I bet you do move lower. But do you go below this blue line? I don't think so. Looks like you want to form a higher low. So time will tell. But that's BLZ. Let's finish this up with Mana. Did I do this right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Mana also looking like it might want to go a little bit lower. It's a nice kind of structure on the RSI right now, on the daily RSI. However, you did get a higher high with a lower high in the price. That's not a good look. That could imply lower prices await. Maybe not lower than this, but lower than 40 cents. You know, maybe not lower than 36 cents, but lower than 40 cents could be on the table. 37 cents, 38 cents, 35 cents, you know, something like that could happen. We're at 43.6 cents now. Mana, you guys, has been a little bit, it's been one of those that's been on the back burner as well. I don't talk about it all too often, but it is one of my biggest holdings. But we're in this grand accumulation phase. Even if we do move lower, it's okay. We're still in this accumulation phase. Inevitably, when it breaks, we're going to see price action just with a fury go up like past new all-time highs, right? We're going to see phenomenal price action take place in a very brief amount of time. When this thing moves up, it does it in a pretty fast fashion, right? But last cycle, you know, the last cycle, let's see, when did BTC here? We didn't get moving really until October of 2020, right? Mana here, it didn't really, I mean, August, I suppose, it moved up a little bit, but we didn't really get moving until January of 2021, right? So October 2020, January of 2021, it's a little bit later, but still late to the party. A lot of coins, even by the time Bitcoin started pumping in October, a lot of coins had already had some bullish price action going on. Ethereum, you know, a bunch of decentralized coins based on the Ethereum network were doing well. Mana was kind of sleeping, right? But then toward the end of the cycle, that's whenever it really started to show its true colors. I think it might do the same thing again. So we might not expect much out of Mana for the rest of this year. I would expect by the end of this year, and probably sometime in Q3, if not early Q4, I would expect that we do break out of this range. Probably over the summer, late summer is what I would think. I just wouldn't expect that we're going to be at new all-time highs by the end of this year. That might be something saved for next year. But at any rate, I do think it wants to move lower from its current price of 43.7 cents. Probably wants to go down to about 37, 38 cents, maybe a little bit lower. I would doubt that we go below 35 cents, but even if we do, we're still in this accumulation range. We're still fine. It looks like we had a kind of a descending triangle or a wedge, whatever you want to call it. We broke down. We're consolidating. We'll likely break down again. And this next move, whether it takes us below this low or above this low, which I would think it would be above, but even if it's below, will probably be our last move down, and then we will start to phase up again in this range of accumulation. And that's all I got to say, really. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I don't know if I have anything else I want to add, so ta-ta for now. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.